that's a good question. I think I got to go with Anakin. He's my favorite. I haven't watched the Star Wars movies in a long time, but when I was young, I really enjoyed them.
Yeah, I've always tried to watch a Star Wars movie, but something's always interrupted it. So from the parts that I've seen, I have to say my favorite character is Chewbacca.
All right.
Chewbacca, yeah, I think I said that right. So, what was the biggest adjustment you had to make when you came to the majors?
My biggest adjustment, I think, was I had to kind of shrink my zone a little bit. When you're in the minor leagues, the zone is a little bit bigger. You got to cover a few more pitches, and the pitchers up here are a lot better. They can pinpoint where they want the ball to be. So I had to shrink my zone a little bit and become a little bit more patient hitter.
Yeah, I think I play softball, so hitting has always been tough. But I think once you get used to it, it's kind of becomes easier as you go on.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's your favorite place to eat in the city?
So many good options. My favorite place to eat, there's a little Italian restaurant a couple blocks away from my apartment. It's called Campagnola. Every time I go there, I end up getting 2 or 3 hits the next day. So I kind of save those nights for when I need some hits. Go and eat there.
So would you say that place brings some good luck to you?
I think it does. Yeah, I think something about some home cooked, or it feels authentic, Italian food.
Well, it's great to always have food that brings you good luck,
Exactly.
I'd say. So, what is your favorite sport besides baseball?
Besides baseball, I'd have to go with football. Football is my favorite. I played football in high school, so I like watching football.
Yeah, football's a very interesting sport, but I'd say my favorite sport is I play softball and basketball. So my second favorite sport is basketball. So when you're on the road, where's your favorite stadium to play at?
That's another good question. Let's see. You know what? I like going to Denver. I'm from Seattle, so whenever I go to the West Coast, I get to see a lot of my family, and the ball flies in Denver, so a lot of home runs over there, and so I like that stadium a lot.
So another thing that brings you good luck, would you say?
Yeah, I think maybe it brings me a little luck. My family's there. I always feel good when my family's there, so maybe a little luck for my family.
Yeah, I think there's nothing like luck that family brings you. So, who's the class clown in the locker room?
Class clown. We've got a couple of them. Let's see, Todd Frazier is pretty funny. When Carlos Gomez came up, he kind of brought a spark to us a little bit. He's pretty funny as well. So we got a lot of funny guys. Rajay Davis. I think we've got a pretty funny clubhouse.
Well, laughing is very good for you. So I'd say that's very good.
That's right. You gotta have fun.
Yeah, definitely. Who was the toughest pitcher you have to hit against?
Toughest pitcher. Well, if I had to face Jacob deGrom, he'd probably be the toughest, but luckily I don't. So I'd have to say Blake Snell from the Rays, Tampa. He's a lefty, throws hard, he's got a really good curveball. He's pretty good. So last year I had a tough time with him.
So would you say it's harder to hit against a lefty than righty?
Yeah, I think a lot of left-handed hitters say it's a little tougher to hit against lefties because they're coming from behind you a little bit, and there's not as many of them, so you're not as used to hitting against lefties.
Well, as long as you practice, I think you can definitely do it.
Exactly, yeah.
So, who was your favorite player when you were growing up?
When I was growing up, Ken Griffey Jr. was my favorite player. Definitely.
So, did you like to watch him on TV and be like, or did you ever go to his games and be like, hey, that's my favorite player right there?
Yeah, definitely. I had his cards. I tried to swing like him, and I'm from Seattle, and he started his career in Seattle, so I always wanted to play like Ken Griffey Jr. So I think I got to see him play. Not when he was with the Mariners. He had left Seattle by the time I was old enough. But when he was with the Cincinnati Reds, I got to see him play in LA once, actually.
Well, I think that's really good that you got to see your favorite player play. So, what was your most memorable moment of your career so far?
My most memorable moment was probably when I hit a home run in the World Series in my rookie season. Stadium was packed. It put us in the lead, and we didn't end up winning that game. But it was a really cool moment for me in the major leagues to hit a home run in the World Series.
I think that's always like an amazing feeling when you hit a home run. Like in my basketball, we actually won the championship one year, and like even just to get there or just make a basket or anything, it's just so like it just makes you so happy, and then it makes you even try harder sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think that's one of the best feelings.
For sure. Yeah.
So how old were you when you realized that you have a good shot of making it to the majors?
You know what? I think it wasn't until college that I realized I was kind of on my way to the major leagues. I played baseball and football until college, and then once I switched over to just playing baseball, I kind of started to make some strides, and I had a good freshman year, and then ended up getting drafted by the Mets.
Well, that's great. So amazing, even. So for our last question, if you only had one wish, only one, what would that wish be?
I think I'd wish for a World Series championship in 2019.
I think that could come true.
I think you're right.
Well, thank you for coming and taking time out of your day to come here and talk with me. It was a very good interview.
Thank you, Demi. I appreciate it. You're on your way. You're a really good interviewer. So I think you should stick with it.
Thanks very much.
All right.